Some anime become huge instantly, and then there are anime that quietly become some of your favorites without anybody really talking about them. And honestly, those are sometimes the best ones because you go into them expecting this could be cool and somehow leave completely attached. And these are three anime I genuinely did not expect to love as much as I do. And what's funny is all three of these surprised me for completely different reasons. One pulled me in because every conversation felt dangerous, one made me pause the episode just to laugh, and one somehow became pure comfort anime without me even realizing it. So if you've been looking for something a little different, this might help you find your next watch. The first anime I want to talk about is Classroom of the Elite. And this one surprised me because of how locked in it made me feel mentally. I've always loved smart characters in anime. Characters that walk into a situation already 10 steps ahead of everybody else. And Ayano Koji, this man is terrifying in the calmest way possible. He treats social situations like chess. Everybody around him is a puzzle piece. And what I love about the anime is that every conversation feels dangerous. Nobody fully says what they mean. Everybody's hiding something, manipulating something, planning something. Even when people are smiling, the atmosphere still feels tense. And the crazy part is, even when I don't fully understand every strategy immediately, I'm still completely locked in. Because the show makes intelligence feel cool, not in a loud, flashy way either. In a very quiet, uncomfortable, calculated way. And Ayano Koji himself is honestly fascinating because emotionally he feels disconnected from normal people. He understands humanity without fully participating in it. And the anime slowly hints at why he's like that without dumping everything onto you immediately. That's what kept me watching. Not just, what's the next strategy, but who actually is this dude? The funny thing is that the anime surprised me in a completely different way than the next one did. Because the next anime isn't intense at all, it's just fun. Tomo-chan Is a Girl honestly caught me off guard in the best way possible. Because I expected a cute little rom-com and ended up genuinely laughing every episode. Actual pause the episode laughter, and what makes it work so well is that it doesn't waste your time. That's one of the best things about this anime. Tomo confesses early, the chemistry starts early, the tension starts early. The anime understands exactly what it is. And the humor feels natural. It's not cringe humor, it's not trying too hard, it's very character based. Tomo is loud, intense, emotional. June is dense, but not malicious. Misuzu is low-key evil in the funniest way possible. And Carol is pure chaos. Every time she appeared on screen, I knew something ridiculous was about to happen. And honestly, this section probably feels the most personal to me because I relate to Tomo a lot. I'm 5'9", I grew up around boys, I was outside playing with boys all the time, so I understood that weird balance Tomo struggles with, wanting to feel feminine without changing who you are naturally. And I think that's why the anime connected with me emotionally more than I expected it to, because underneath all the comedy, there's something very relatable there. Also, fun fact, Carol's English dub and Japanese voice are performed by the same voice actresses, which is actually insane because both versions are hilarious. But what's funny is, if Tomo surprised me because of how fun it was, the next anime surprised me because of how comforting it became. Welcome to Demon School Iruma-kun is genuinely one of these anime that's just for the vibes. And I mean that in the best way possible. The basic setup is simple. Human boy accidentally ends up in demon school, and everything spirals from there. But this anime has this weirdly charming energy that's hard to explain unless you've watched it. It feels almost like an old school cartoon sometimes. Every episode has some ridiculous situation happening. The characters are dramatic for no reason. Everything is chaotic. But somehow it becomes incredibly wholesome too. And Iruma himself is probably one of the easiest protagonists to root for because he's just genuinely kind. And because the world around him is so chaotic, his kindness stands out even more. This is also the type of anime that sneaks up on you emotionally. Because you start watching casually, and then suddenly you're attached to everybody. And I think people overlook this anime because they assume it's just goofy comedy. But honestly, that's part of why I love it. Not every anime needs to emotionally destroy me. Sometimes I just want to watch something that puts me in a good mood, and Iruma-kun does that ridiculously well. I think sometimes anime conversation online can focus on the biggest shows that some genuinely fun, creative, memorable anime quietly gets pushed to the side. And these are 3 anime I really think deserve more love. Of course, they're not perfect, they're not masterpieces, but they left an actual impression on me. That's what matters the most sometimes. If you've watched any of these, let me know, and if you haven't, you might have just found your next anime. But until next time, stay safe and stay spirited.